Hello everybody and welcome to a 3v3 Super Turtle here on Frozen Valley. We are using none other than the infamous, the deadly Triple Brute, and we are facing down 2 Forges and an Anders. So we're going to have our work cut out for us here. We're going to need to get as much veterancy as we can, as fast as we can. And as you can see, we're starting off on their side of the map. I did clear out expansion base by my base, of course, but after that I headed straight on over to their bases, and Mitch is already on their side, clearing out their bases. And that's what you want to do, because otherwise then they are going to kill the bases and you're not all going to get 2-starred. And you each want to be at least a 2-star chieftain, because it will come in very handy when you're facing as many tanks as Triple UNSC can throw at you. Tanks and Wolverines, that's what you can be expected to fight against. So this base is almost dead, and I believe I kill it just in time and a bunch of tanks show up as soon as I clear it. Yeah, there they are. So I'm going to need to get the hell out of there. I don't know if they have canister or not, but I don't want to stick around long enough to find out, because they've got 3 D-bombs and they know how to use them. So gotta be careful around 3 UNSC players. If your chieftain is around half health and doesn't have 2 stars, about 3 or 4 candy tanks can kill him extremely fast, so be really careful. Anyways, some things I wanted to say before this video gets any more underway than it already is. My mic has broken, and I'm actually using a sound recorder on my broken digital camera right now to commentate this. So it's a little awkward and it might sound a little different, but I don't think it should matter that much. But if it sounds any different, that's why. And another thing is I was listening to music through my Xbox this whole game and didn't realize it while I was recording it, so there's gonna be no game volume. I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it. Hopefully you don't mind the Castle Crashers soundtrack playing in the background. It's a good soundtrack. I like it. Sheesh. But yeah, there won't be any scarab lasers or explosions, which is what I like to keep in the background of my videos, because that's one of the main draws to this game. I love the big epic battles and the explosions and stasis beams everywhere. That's why I like Super Turtling. Anyways, I need to fast forward. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're not even like 2 minutes into the future, and just chilling with our chieftains here, and then holy crap, a whole bunch of tanks show up at I'm Not Very Legit's base. And oh yeah, by the way, that was our 3rd teammate for this game. Maybe I should have mentioned that. Me and Mitch were just sitting in a 2 of 3 lobby waiting for Forges down. But I'm Not Very Legit joined first randomly, and I guess Forges down didn't mind, so I'm Not Very Legit took his spot. But unfortunately for him, his base is under attack. We're gonna have to get our chieftains in here, but again, I can't really tell how many stars I have, and I also can't really tell how many stars they have, but it looks like most of the tanks are just shooting at his base, so my chieftain is free to try and snipe out as many tanks as he can. As you can see, we are making a few Banshees, because this is a pretty big attack. There's Hornets here too, and we're just trying to keep his base alive with our engineers, which is of course working very well. And the tanks are not shooting at our chieftain, they're just shooting at the base helplessly, wondering why they aren't doing any damage. And here comes some more tanks. I believe they finally spotted my chieftain, and before all of these tanks canister shell me and instantly kill me, I'm just gonna get out of there and wait for them to start shooting at something else. And as soon as they start shooting at his base again, I'll go ahead and recall to my expansion and start attacking them some more. My engineers are here to keep his base alive, and he has some engineers of his own, but there are so many tanks here and so many Hornets. It's a good thing that he went quick vamps, because if he hadn't done that, then this might have been a disaster. But fortunately, my chieftain is still here. They carpet bomb me, but it's just not enough. My chieftain shrugs it off and continues to kill the tanks. And we've got a bunch of Banshees now, and whenever you make a bunch of panic Banshees like this, you know, because they do early tank push and you have to make Banshees to help push it off, it's always useful to just boost the Banshees to the middle of the map here, or the middle areas of the map, so you can know when they're going to attack you again. Because obviously you don't use Banshees to Super Turtle, but you don't want to just sacrifice them like that. That wasn't really a sacrifice, that was just Mitch getting cryo-bombed, unfortunately, and those Hornets are going to finish off the rest of his Banshees, but Banshees aren't important. Okay, so we are once again in the future, and this is my expansion base. I decided to throw up some turrets on it, a decision that I will come to regret later. When you're doing the Frozen Valley Super Turtle, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend putting a shield on the non-turtle bases or any turrets because they're just gonna get destroyed and it's just gonna be a waste of money. So me putting up those turrets there, that was kind of a buckle and I shouldn't have done that. I try to save, I'm not very legit base with my engineers, but I just wasn't quick enough. So unfortunately that base is dead. There are a bunch of flamethrowers there. I'm gonna need to be real careful. There are a ton of Wolverines and that's really deadly. I mean, even though he does have Grizzlies, the Grizzlies will rape your chieftain. The canisters won't hurt as much. And also there are Hawks. So they are attacking with Wolverines, Grizzlies, Flamethrowers, and Hawks. This is really deadly what they've got coming up to us, but Mitch made Hunters. What the heck is he doing? It looks like we've only got 2 Scarabs right now. I'm not very legit, doesn't quite have his out yet, but that's because he rushed those vampires so quick. And also, something I managed to miss earlier in the recording, his chieftain died. I don't remember what killed it. I'm pretty sure he just got canistered down at some point. Probably the first time they attacked. I might have even watched it happen and just not commentated over it. But anyways, yeah, my base is definitely going down hard, and that's about 750 resources that I'm really going to be missing later on. Things get pretty intense this game, because these guys did not let us have our expansions up for nearly long enough. And as you can see, I'm at 1 base now, and I do not have 10,000 resources, and that's really what I like to be at before I lose my extra money base. So of course I'm gonna go be greedy and try and snag myself a money base. And I can see that they haven't taken their expansion on their side, so I'm pretty sure that's the only base available right now that would be safe to take. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll the dice, take a gamble, take an expansion right next to green, right under his nose. It's a risk, of course, but sometimes you just really need that money, and since I'm being so reckless with my money, I really gotta do everything I can. Normally when I'm playing with, when I used to play with Calm Banana and we'd Super Turtle on this map, whoever would end up with the most money, like if someone's, say, at 700 resources and another guy's at 6,000, he'd share some of the wealth, but unfortunately, I'm playing with S-Pro Mitch this game, and he's very tight with his money, and he likes to hold on to it. But as he should, because right now he has the Danger Zone base, which is the base that will get attacked the most, and will probably spend the most time without supply pads. So if you're ever the guy who's on the outside base, you do want to hold on to at least like 5,000 or 6,000 resources, just in case all of your pads get stripped off of your base for a long time, because they'll set up that air spam and keep you down for a long time, and it'll be up to your teammates to keep you in the game and whatnot. But it looks like they are attacking down on the bottom half of the map, so hopefully that means I'll have enough time to make at least a return of investment on my expansion up here. I'm not going to upgrade any of those warehouses, so I guess I'm getting sacrificed? That would be stupid. I don't see why I would get that. Okay, about 40 seconds later, we're about to get things underway here with the first big attack. And we have 2 Scarabs here. I believe I'm Not Very Legit still does not have his Scarab. I'm not sure what took it so long, but my Scarab gets cryo-bombed, and something you want to make a habit of doing when you're playing against an Anders is keep your engineers separated. That way then your first group of engineers gets cryo-bombed, you can still have a bunch of them that aren't frozen. And it looks like Mitch's scarab is just getting absolutely fucking raped. Oh my god. I mean, we have a ton of engineers, but look, they are just raping it. So many things are shooting at it at the same time. Even though they cryo-bombed my scarab, I guess they felt the need to destroy S-Pro Mitch's, so that's very unfortunate for him. But there's going to be a lot of scarab deaths this game, so he's not going to be the only one. So this combo is just really putting a damper in our spirits right now. I only have one summit. I really need to have 2 summits up, but I just don't have that much money, and I don't really want to go down to 3 warehouses. You need a shield. If you don't have a shield, there's a very good chance that you're going to lose all of your buildings and not be able to build anything. And that's no good for anybody. My scarab is also getting raped now, and I don't even have an upgraded vortex yet. And I gotta continue building on my expansion up there, yep. My chieftain's doing okay, because fortunately, damn dude, my scarab died too, holy shit. So we had a whole bunch of engineers, but it just wasn't enough. As I didn't even mention this before, Green does have grizzlies now, but before he had power turret, and we were really worried about that. We were like, oh crap, this guy's a professional. But fortunately, he does manage to research grizzlies, and right now my chieftain's in a D-bomb, but there are a whole bunch of engineers here to keep me alive. If I lose my chieftain, that would be a horrible disaster, but it looks like he's going to pull through as we are slowly but surely taking down all of these grizzlies. But the main problem is these wolverines killing all of our engineers and our vampires. Those are pretty expensive to replace, so it's just too bad. Of course, we have to replace our scarabs too, and those aren't cheap. In fact, I don't even have the money to replace my scarab right now, I just realized. So what we really need is, I'm not very legit, oh, there it is. I was just gonna say, we really need this red guy to build his scarab and get it out here, because, as you just saw, 2 scarabs is not enough. 2 scarabs can't put out enough damage to kill that many tanks and that many hawks and that many wolverines fast enough. Green's trying to pelican those Spartans out of there, I guess, trying to get some veterancy, but doesn't look like he probably could have just walked them away. They've been standing there a while. So I'm not very legit finally gets his scarab out, and as soon as me and Mitch get our scarabs out, things should be easier going. Because like I said before, you just really need to be able to kill all of those tanks and wolverines fast enough to save your scarabs. And 2 scarabs just can't do it fast enough. Also, Mitch's chieftain is 2-star, and I'm not very legit, has got to be close to his 1st star and his chieftain. So as soon as those things start going, I'm upgrading warehouses on that expansion. Don't do that ever. I'm just going to lose that base, and that's even more money that I'm going to lose out on now. See, as you can see, I am being attacked right now. Cancel that warehouse upgrade. It looks like that was just a drive-by, but that means that there's going to be an inevitable attack on that expansion. But fortunately, they aren't attacking it right now, and I can try to scrounge up some more money. I don't even have fully upgraded vampires right now. I'm pretty sure my vortex also isn't fully upgraded. These are all pretty essential things, but then again, you kind of need money to be able to vortex a lot. So I'm going to fast forward now, sorry. Okay, since last time they have killed my expansion base up there, and it looks like they are going to head over with all of their wolverines and hawks. So we're bringing all of our scarabs, and of course keeping a small group of engineers way in the back just in case all of our engineers die all at once from a combined cryo bomb and wolverine assault. I'm not very legit has his scarab up on this mountain, which can be a good spot. Unless you're playing against an Anders who can make a whole bunch of hawks, and then it doesn't really help that much. So I'm going to bring all of my engineers over to his scarab and try to keep it alive, because I'm pretty sure those hawks are just going to try and target him down. And we don't want to lose any more scarabs. Whichever scarab is getting focused on the most, that's where you want to bring all of your engineers. Teammates too, everyone needs to keep everyone alive. Of course, you don't want to lose your own units, which is why you want to play with health bars on. And just if you see anyone's chieftain or scarab starting to die, then bring in your engineers. So they have a ton of wolverines here, and they're about to lock down a ton of cobras, which is not too big of a deal since we have 3 chieftains, but there are just a whole bunch of units here, and we can't really use our scarabs too well right now because these cobras are just going to annihilate us. So we're going to have to go in there with our chieftains, and the chieftains are going to have to kill the cobras while the scarabs do their part to keep the wolverines and grizzlies at bay. I think most of those, what the fuck are they called? Hawks. That's what they are. The hawks have all died, fortunately, and we are now free to use our engineers on the rest of our units. And it looks like we've killed most of the wolverines and grizzlies now, so all we gotta do now is bring in our chieftains to work on these cobras. Also remember, once there aren't any more wolverines, you can also use your vampires to clear out any huge groups of cobras that don't have any wolverine support. But Green has his rally point here or something. He's just bringing in tons of wolverines at a time. But fortunately, it looks like they're all gone. See, that's what I mean about 3 scarabs just being able to power through vehicles like that. 2 just isn't enough. But now that we got 3 and our chieftains, Mitch is 3-starred now, and I'm Not Very Legit does have his 1st star. He's working on his 2nd. So things are going a lot more smoothly now. Unfortunately, looking at my pop, I have lost a lot of engineers, and I still only have 1 summit, and I still don't really have a lot of money. So I'm going to try and take another money base down in the bottom half of the map. Hopefully they won't check it with hawks anytime soon, and I can get some warehouses up there so that I can put a 2nd summit on my main base and try to get these engineers out a lot faster. Because it doesn't help if they're in queue like they are now. I have 7 engineers queued up. That's not what you want to see. If you ever have more than 7, then you need to put up another summit, because you can't have any moments of time where you don't have a lot of engineers. What is he building? Another shield? What the heck? Well, apparently he wasn't hurting on money too bad. But then again, I bought Age of Doubt, and I've already lost a scarab too. And he hasn't done either of those, so it looks like he's going to be the money bags for the game. Oh, I still have my brute chopper, that's good. And right now I'm complaining like, guys, I have 12 engineers queued up, and I kind of need another summit. Anyone want to give me money? And silence. No one wanted to give me any money. And I remember them talking like, usually in Super Turtles around 30-minute mark or 1 hour mark, we'll ask each other what our money's at. They were saying like 6,000, 7,000, and I was like, oh my god, I hate you guys. So things are going to get pretty interesting pretty soon, and my expansion base fails epically. I make no money off of that, and it is going to die. So will I be able to make up enough money to keep us in the game, or is it going to be my fault that this is going to turn into a spectacular failure? Find out next time in the Brute-muda Triangle Super Turtle. See ya. Bye.